All right, welcome, man. Welcome. This is Visionary Collectors, man. Hey, today we got a special guest. This is actually like a very special one. The way we had met is so interesting. Like, the way we met this visionary is so interesting. So, let me introduce y'all. This is Simone, today's guest, aka Moo. You know, just
So.
shout yourself out to, you know.
Right. I'm a good producer, music producer. So, yeah.
So this is Moo, man. Let's talk a little bit, you know, about your projects, man. Like, what you've, you know, you get?
Yeah, I'm good.
What you've been, you know, coming out with. So, recently, I know you had, you know, the M4A. Is that Maya? Or that's
I miss you.
I miss you?
Yeah, M4A.
So what is that about? What is that about?
Basically, I mean, what did I sample? I'm not going to give out, like, what I sampled, but...
All right.
I miss somebody. I was missing somebody. And I captured that emotion, wrote some keywords down. This is part of my creative process as well.
Okay.
Captured, like, I sat in that emotion, wrote some stuff down, some keywords, and the song kind of just came to me. The sample came to me. And then I chopped it up so I could really, like, bring out the emotion of missing somebody.
Okay.
And then I put it out. It took me a minute to put out, too, because I tried to stream it at first, but sample not cleared.
So what is that process, you know, with clearing something? How does that work?
I don't know too much, but you definitely gotta, like, you don't have the rights to the music.
Mm-hmm.
So, it's the same thing. Kanye sampled the same song. I think it's with Common.
Common?
Yeah, Common. But you have to, like, ask them, oh, can I use your song? But, like, the person who I sampled is not, like, a little person. Like, he's pretty big in the industry, so it's just, like, a not well-known song of his, so
okay.
I didn't get it clear. I gotta, like, ask the label. You need, like, a whole team, basically.
Okay. All right, and so, you know, with the beats and the music production, so how is, like, you know, Moo, you know, the artist, how has that, you know, how's that style, you know, been different? You know, how would you say you're yourself? You're like, so you're different than, you know, other music producers or just beat makers, you know, in this line of business.
How is it different?
Yeah, how have you set yourself apart? Like,
well, I feel like a lot of it is just the love that I have for what I do. A lot of people come into this, or the music industry, period, trying to, like, make money.
Okay.
And that's not what I'm here for. I'm really here for, like, because I love what I do. I put a lot of love into what I do. And I guess my sound isn't too, like, generic.
Okay.
But you listen to the people who also, like, have this sound. You were just talking about Mike. Like, that sample, chopping samples, soul-ish, instrumental-ish, because he uses a lot. I feel like Mike uses a lot of foreign samples, like people from, like, Brazil and stuff like that.
Okay, so like the different beat styles, or just like culture.
No, the beats.
Beats.
Like where he gets his samples from, when he chops it up, he's chopping up people from, like, very foreign countries. So, like, Brazil. He used some stuff from, like, I feel like he used some stuff from. I don't know, but they be speaking Portuguese. And a lot of his samples.
So, you know, when you're producing your own beats, how has that been? Like, how do you go through the process of, like, making your, like, what are the processes of, you know?
Like, my creative process?
Yes.
Alright, I basically just gave it away low-key, but I what's it called? I have an emotion, my recent process, because when I was just starting, I was just trying to get, like, a good grip on my sound.
Okay.
So I was just, like, chopping random stuff that I found that I like. But nowadays, I make a lot of stuff based off how I feel. So I'll I'll experience an emotion, like I was missing somebody. So yeah.
For the track that for the EP. So this was the EP M4A, or is this a song?
This is a song.
So the song that you dropped. So this is like you were into a sense of emotions and okay. Yeah. And so for, you know, the other drops you've had, so I know you have the EP dropped in 2023 titled Look! Exclamation point. So,
yeah.
And then you also had the EP I think also in 23, it was the Yema.
Yeah. That's a part of the EP. I think that's the second track. Yeah,
second track. So talk a little bit, about those songs listed under that as well.
In the EP?
Yeah.
Yummy. How did I make Yummy? I made that joint. When did I make Yummy? I made Yummy like. I want to say either when I first got here. Because making the whole EP was hard. Senior year, you trying to get into college,
right?
Doing all the applications. So it took me a long time to actually drop the EP. But Yummy I came about. I definitely heard the song that I sang, but I'm like, yeah, I need that. So actually, I remember I dropped how I made the song, but it was like a minute ago.
Just like kind of like a tutorial video,
like a sample breakdown.
Oh, a breakdown. Okay.
Yeah.
All right, so break it down to us.
All right. What song did I use? I don't know how to say bro name. He's from Brazil as well.
Brazil?
Yeah.
Okay.
I forget the song, but I know I took the intro of the song, kept that. I went back and forth between, I want to say, I guess it's like the bridge of the song. It's towards the end. And I just went back and forth between the bridge and the intro, And made it sound like it was all one. And then I took James Baldwin.
That is the, don't tell me. He's not like a revolutionary, but he's he was a revolutionary?
Basically.
All right.
It depends it's all perspective, how you look at him, but he was very important to black people. He's an author as well. So, wrote a lot of good books. Check it out. You mess with James Baldwin books?
I do. I mean, I've seen the interview on him.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. So I took him, and I was just like, he was talking about love. I think it was an interview with Nikki Giovanni. Who was he talking about?
I watched that. I watched that same interview. It was Nikki Giovanni and James Baldwin. They had to sit down.
Yeah.
And they were talking about how in their age, and I guess I wouldn't say creative age, but they were talking about how as I would say revolutionaries, but I'm trying to think of a better word to call them. But they're just talking about the breakdown of, was it the 90s or the 80s, of how.
That interview was long.
I know. So, it was 2 hours.
Yeah. So I don't know what. Yeah, I don't know. They talk about a bunch of stuff. Wait, it wasn't Nikki Giovanni. He was talking about Giovanni's Room.
Room?
That's a book he made. I'm pretty sure that's the title.
Okay.
And yeah, it's about love and being, because he's gay. And being I think that's what the book is about. I haven't read it. I haven't read it yet. I'm reading so many books. I gotta just get to that one. But yeah, I took it because it was just basically saying nobody should be able to tell you. Being able to tell somebody who they should love is unfair. Yeah, that's a real brief explanation of what he's talking about in the song, but I resonated with it, obviously, and I put it in there, and it just he was basically flowing over it. He was yeah.
Was that at the end of the song? I think it was at the end of the song, right?
That's the whole song. I mean, I was he's talking over the whole song.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. That's deep. So I know you had another one out as well. It was in 2023. It was a single. It was To Bronson.
Oh yeah.
So I know you see you're getting a little excited about that one. So what's that about?
To Bronson.
To Bronson.
How'd I come about To Bronson? I made that before break. Winter. I made the beat. I made To Bronson. I was studying for finals.
Oh.
It was final season, and I listening. I listen to jazz when I study. This is Brazil as well.
Yeah, what's going on with all this Brazil, man?
Brazil. Their music is fire. If you ever tapping with Brazil,
all I know is they be like.
Oh no!
Hey, they little beats. You know what I'm saying?
That's nowadays. Cause I know what you're talking about. But I mean, like, Brazil back in, like, the 50s, 60s, and 70s, and, like, early 80s, it was on a crazy grind, like, punk, jazz, pop, like, crazy grind.
All the elements.
Yeah, they was, crazy. Still, probably to this day, they really slept off. But I was studying, I was listening to that. I listened to, like, calm stuff when I studied.
Okay.
And I was just like, I heard it and I stopped. I was writing an essay, actually. I stopped and I added it to my playlist because I have a playlist with a bunch of this stuff. Like, I would sample. And I added it to there. So once I was done, I just got straight to it. I cut it up. This one was based off, I wasn't driven by emotion on this one.
Okay.
I just was cutting it up. And then, I was like, it was nice. It was nice. The drums are very light. It's like light snares in that song. But it's mainly carried by, I think that's a flute. It's some type of air instrument. I forgot what's the name for them, like the flutes and
wind. Yeah, wind instruments.
It's carried by some type of wind instrument.
Yeah, I know that for a fact because I actually listened to Andre 3000's his new that was dope. Like that was dope. And it was just like all wind, all wind instruments. Flutes. I think he had I don't know what else he had, but I know it was a flute for sure. But it was a different type of flute.
Yeah, a bunch of stuff. That album was crazy.
That was crazy. So, going off of that, so how, what instrument, are you like tuned into more instruments than another, like let's say flute or like what?
What do I hear?
Yeah, first? What do you like?
I'm definitely talking to the piano.
Piano?
I play the piano, so pianos are like, I be listening, pianos are like singers. When over a beat, I feel like sometimes the piano be saying more than the actual like artist.
That's deep.
They be like, cause I don't know, it can capture so much emotion, and I be hearing the piano for sure, and I just be hearing a lot of strings mainly. I don't really be hearing like wind. I be hearing a lot of strings. So like piano's a stringed instrument, like a standard, like the old ones, but like not a keyboard, like a real piano. And then just stuff like that. I'll be hearing those.
Okay, so speaking of that, so would you say like you have like, I don't know if there's like a power thing, like I've heard that Beyonce and like Kanye West, they had like that, like they could like almost, it's either picturing, like it's like colors, like
synesthesia.
Hey, you said it, man. So would you say have that? Is that like that's almost like a power, like
yeah, it is. Kanye got that.
I think Kanye is one of them that has that. It's called, say it again. Synesthesia. Yeah. Okay, we learned something. Hey, visionaries, we learned something different today. Synesthesia. So, would you say you?
Bro, that's a good question. That's a good question because I be seeing. I don't know if it's normal though. I used to tell people that in middle school, and I used to be like, "Yo, I see like when I hear piano, I see colors that go with the piano and go with certain chords, especially."
Okay.
And people were like, "Nah, like you're just trying to be different." I'm like, "No, I'm so serious." In middle school, I remember this. It was like pushing 8th grade, and I always had it. I think if I would have to get tested. Because I don't know if it's like mild or I don't know, but I feel like I definitely have like I be seeing colors when I play the piano.
That's dope.
Yeah, I really do in my head.
What colors? So break it down. Like what colors have you seen? Like playing the piano. Like what is that colors?
So it's really with certain chords. So I think it's a major 7th. Tyler, of course. He uses a lot of major 7s in his songs. And it gives a lot of his songs like a bright feeling. So major 7 to me is like a orangey, like sometimes even purple, like a light, like lavender. So, but I feel like Tyler got synesthesia. I feel like a lot of artists got synesthesia, like a lot of producers.
Would you say it's like a power or is it?
I mean, I guess
Because I know, look, me as a normal person, like I have never even synesthesia. I've never even had like a music. Well, if I'm even looking at music or like reading a sheet of music, I haven't had seen colors. You know what I'm saying? That's correlated with, the music. So that's like that's a power, man. Like you're literally correlating music. With colors. Like that's crazy. Like
it is a little crazy. I don't think mine is that, like, if I do have it, I don't think it's that, like, crazy. Kanye's is probably, like, crazy. Billie Eilish got that.
Billie Eilish?
I'm pretty sure she do.
Really?
I think she do got that.
Really?
I think she do.
Yeah, that's all right. So, with your inspirations on the, on your EPs, your singles, your tracks, describe it, this like experience, you had with, when creating those, like what, did you have any hardships? Did you have any like falls, successes? Like talk about that a little bit.
With the EP or just generally?
Generally, or, we can go into any track that you want or,
Oh my gosh, yeah. Gibbs on the EP, I think it's the last track. It's like an acapella.
Okay.
I mean, Gibbs he's rapping over. I took his voice.
Freddie Gibbs?
Yeah, Freddie Gibbs.
Okay.
And I made that track in like 5 minutes. It was in my dorm, and I was about to drop the EP that night, and I didn't like the song that I originally created for it, and I was just like, I hate this. So I remember it was Joyce, actually. Joyce was in my room, and my friend Camilla, it was a bunch of people. It was a lot of people in my room, and I was just locked in, making the song. And I was like, it had drums on it. I'm such a drumless person. Like, I hate using drums. So I was like, I don't like the drums on it. So I took them out. And then I had made it. I was locked in. I couldn't hear anybody. I didn't even have headphones on, but I couldn't, like, hear. I was so locked in that I couldn't hear anybody around me. And I was just, like, trying to chop it so it sounded right. So he just kind of glided over the song. And eventually I did it, obviously. And it took me, like, it was the same song that I chopped up. But I just took the drums out and I switched a few things around. I did it in, like, 5 minutes. But I had to create a whole new track to, like, switch the things around. So I had to, like, mix it again and all of that. That was a really hard song to make. And it ended up being a lot of people's, like, favorites. Yeah. When I dropped it, I was like, people are going to hate this. I was like, nobody's going to like this song. I was like, I didn't like it at first.
So, that's so dope. That's so dope.
Yeah.
So, would you say, that hardship has brought you upbringings in your musical career, like, in a whole? Like,
the Gibbs? The song that I just...
Gibbs, or just, any hardship, has it, it's, like, not inspired, but has it, like, brung you up, in a sense, like, it made you almost better as a musician and as a music producer?
Yeah. Yeah. Only, like... Yeah, it has.
Okay.
For sure. Because now I know, I mean, I don't recommend it, but I know if I actually put my mind to something while I'm on, like, a certain time frame, I know I can get it done. And I know it won't be, like, trash.
Okay.
So, yeah.
All right. And also had a question, about the music industry. So how has that been with, like, collaborating or just working with different artists?
Oh, fire. Yeah. Yeah, my man's Rowan, PK Starstorm, that's his, like, producer name.
Okay.
He did PK Starstorm's interlude on my EP. I hit him up, and he's really good. Oh, my gosh. He's really good. And I was just like, I'm trying to give you some spotlight, because I don't know if he was insecure about pushing his music out there, but I don't know if he was too confident in his sound, but he's amazing. So I was like, why don't I just give you a shot on my EP? People can just discover you and all of that. So I did that with him. We went through a bunch of his beats. He made a beat. We were just going through his creative process. And I was like, we chose a song. I was like, this one belongs on the EP. And I just did Mood Tweaking with him. That's a song that dropped.
Okay.
Yeah, fire. I went over there winter break, and we just sat in his like super dark room.
Super dark.
Super dark room with LED lights and like an incense, and we just buckled down and made a song. Took us like 4 hours. But yeah,
4 hours?
Yeah, it took us a minute. We were talking in between.
Okay.
We were like messing around, but it took us a minute.
Sorry, man. I had to get my camera started again. So, with that, the collaborations. So, would you want to collaborate with like more artists? Like, would you say that was a local artist, correct?
Yeah, he live in Howard County, actually.
Howard County?
Yeah.
So, would you want to collaborate with some, on Towson University campus? Or?
Yeah, for sure. Okay. I'm working with some people at Morgan currently.
Okay.
I got some rappers and artists overall, just trying to tap in.
And how's that experience been, with the Morgan students? That's an HBCU, so...
Yeah.
Like, so how's that been?
It was, yeah, I like a lot of them. I got introduced to a lot of them. But, yeah, I love Morgan. I hate their campus. I actually hate that school, really? But I love the people who go there. So, yeah. Have you ever been? You've been to Morgan?
No, I haven't, actually.
Oh yeah, it's yeah.
I've never been there. But I know, like, they have, like, a good music program, though.
They do? Oh, yeah. I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, they have a good music program. And also, here at Towson University, they have a good music program. Like, I've been in the building, like, the music and arts, and I've actually, like, I've talked to some people, in there, and they have it's dope. All I gotta say is dope. I would say connect with some of the people, in there.
Wait, what building?
The music and arts.
Where's it at?
It's actually right outside of this building, like if you go to the right. But I'll show you after this, but
yeah.
It's nice. You can actually, record in there. Like there's booths. You can actually record in the library as well. Yeah, there's in the basement there's a recording artist room.
Oh wow.
And
yeah. I didn't know that.
But yeah, so mentally, how does it feel, to create music? Like I know, like, they have like writer's block and just other things.
Yeah, I mean, you talking about like hardships as well, like.
You could say that, but yes.
Yeah, I get blocked up sometimes. I'll be like, nah. It's a lot of times, especially if I'm not consistent, and I make a song. I'm like, bro, this is trash. I be sending my friends a song like, do you like this? They be like, yeah, but I don't like it enough. I'm always making music, so like a lot of the times, if it don't drop, I don't like it.
Okay.
So, but if I'm not consistent with it, for sure, I'll be in my room messed up. Like, I don't like this song, blah 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 blah. I do it like I make a song like when I'm like not consistent, and then I get consistent. I make a song every day. So it's every day that I'm like, yo, I don't like a song. And in order to just like get over it, I just need to be consistent, like all the time. So
that's dope.
Yeah.
So, and also, are you maintaining your your physical wealth? Your well-being. Like, are you in the gym? Are you like? Does that correlate with your music? Like, there's like getting the gains. Doing your little push-ups or your pull-ups or whatever, man. Like.
Yeah, I'm a little bit of a gym rat, just a little bit.
Gym rat?
I had to take out the protein because that's
gonna get you strong.
It tastes horrible, bro. I've tried. I just can't do the protein. But I work out every other day, and I box as well recently. I spar tomorrow actually, so like, I'll be in the gym basically every day.
And
basically.
So would you say that like that correlates with your music, like getting that hard workout? Does that like empower you to go make some music or? No. No?
No, I mean the grind is kind of the same, like the consistency that I was just talking about. If you're not in the gym for a little bit, you get back in the gym, it hurts. So that's basically like I can compare those two, but I don't get in the gym and be like, yo, I should make some music right now. I don't do that. I be focused on like the actual gym.
Okay.
So.
And how have you like been incorporating like your work-life balance, as well, like in being a student? You're a student here at Towson. and you're also a musician or a producer. So how has that been?
It's hard. First semester, you know, you getting adjusted. It's not easy. It's not easy. Especially, like, I'm an EMF major.
Okay.
You always got to watch, like, I live in this building.
The media center.
Yeah, I live in this building. So, you got to work. You always watching movies. I mean, it sounds like a first world problem to be like, yo, my homework is always watching movies. But, like, that's really what I have to do. And I have to, like, study a bunch of stuff. But first semester was hard. This semester is so easy. All I do is make music. Like, that's all I do. Okay. So.
And with that, so are you taking any, like, music classes at the moment, or?
No, I want to, though. I want to. It seems fun. I always kind of, like, didn't like the idea of taking a music class. It just seemed unauthentic to me to have somebody teach you, like, oh, besides, like, instruments. Because you actually need, like, somebody to instruct you on that. But having somebody teach me, like, this is how you chop a sample. No.
Oh, so they're teaching you how to, like...
No, I don't know. I'm just saying generally. Yeah, I haven't been to any of the music classes. But, except piano. I took piano classes in high school. But, no.
Okay.
Yeah.
And you said... So you're not an entrepreneur, correct?
Not really, no.
But you're a visionary, though.
Yeah, for sure.
So, you know, how does it feel, you know, being on Visionary Collectives, you know, being a visionary as yourself, a music, you know, visionary? How does that feel, you know, being on here, like truly?
Being on here, it's fire. I really appreciate this opportunity to talk on it, but I don't know. I don't know how to like, really answer that. It's besides saying, like...
Well, just, like... The community of Visionary Collectives, like, how has that been? Like, how has the warmth been, like...
Oh, yeah. Right.
Hey.
You're my guy. I really appreciate it. Yeah.
And so, you know, with being a visionary, how is, like, you know, your dreams, like, how have you envisioned yourself, you know, going towards the future in general?
Like, what do I see in my future?
Yeah, what do you see yourself?
I definitely want to keep doing this. Like, keep making music, chopping beats. I'm definitely going to do other stuff with music. Like, I feel like I'm not only going to chop beats my whole life. I might use samples my whole life, but I might not, like, chop them my whole life. But I definitely do see myself, once it's really in me. So, I'm always going to be doing it. I was just talking about that. Like, when it's really in you, and you're never going to stop. When artists retire, they don't ever retire. I really hate when they say that too. Like, didn't Jay-Z retire?
I don't know about that one.
I think he did.
He retired from music?
Yeah, but then he dropped 444. So it's like, did you really retire? Logic, I remember Logic was like, I'm gonna retire. He done dropped 3 albums since he said he was gonna retire, like 2 or 3. So it's just like, I hate when people say that. But because when it's in you, or you're never gonna stop. So I always see music, like, in my future. Like, yeah.
Okay. Hey, we're about to take a break in 2 minutes at 12:30, man. We're going to get back to you probably in about 5 minutes after that. But, yeah, stay tuned. You know, this Visionary Collectives, man, this is Moo.
What's up, man?
Hey, you know, just as well, you know, shout out your platform like Spotify.
Oh, yeah. Moo on Spotify. Moo on everything besides, like, my socials, but Moo on Spotify, Apple Music, YouTube, everything else is Get Some Rest, GET, some with 2 M's, SUM. No, only 1 M. So GET, SUM, RESTT. Get Some Rest.
All right, man, we're about to go to this break right now. We're going to be back in like 5 minutes, 3 minutes, if that. All right, see ya.
Alive?
No.
Staying alive?
No, we're staying alive, man. Just talk to some of the visionaries in the chat right now.
Oh.
You know, how y'all doing, man? Oh, did you leave?
Nah, you gotta have me back.
All right, hold on real quick. Yeah, we're just on a break. All right, there we go.
Who's in here, bro?
Hey, man, see if some of your people's in here, man.
Alan, Dan.
thank them, man. They
Thank
here.
you,
They
bro.
tryna see the vision, man.
I appreciate y'all, man. Appreciate y'all,
Who
man.
else in here? Let me see if my. Let me see. Who in here? Who in here? From my. I can't even see.
Oh yeah, that's something.
Wait. There you go. Oh, that's your. Oh,
Yeah,
Alan. I followed that guy.
Alan?
Yeah, Alan.
Yeah, wait, was he a Doug?
I don't know. He was a cool guy. He was in my class.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, man. Hey, thank y'all really for coming here, man. You know, truly, like, I know y'all here only for her, but like, this is like really like, I really appreciate this for real. Like, you know, taking a chance, you know, just to see her shine. You know, it's dope. But we better get back in here in like probably like 3 minutes. You know, after that, like probably like 12:33. Get back to it. You know. But you know, I'm just really trying to like bring out everything. You know, get the business. So.
I'm trying to think of who I could shoot you, but you do everything, like all types of visionaries.
Anybody like don't like businessmen, you know, entrepreneurs, creatives, like anybody that has like a vision, you're on here.
You do like hair?
Yeah, actually, I got someone coming for hair too as well.
Okay, yeah.
Who you know?
I got a lot of people who wear.
They go here?
Yeah.
All right, cool. Yeah, bring them on, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll definitely get them on here. You know. All right, man. We about to start in 1 more minute, and 1 more minute. Better get this started. But you know, just like going more into depth about like what you like when you talk, like just
more into depth.
Yeah, just going more into depth. You know, really like get your vision out there as Move. You know, as the artist. All right, man. We about to start in a minute.
Yo.
All right, man. Welcome back. We just came off a break. This is Visionary Collectives, man. We're still here with Moo.
Yep.
You know. All right, man. So, walk us through, you know, some of your ventures in life. Just not even in music. Just like what have you done? You know.
In life?
Yeah, just in life.
Oh, that's a crazy question. Yeah, we were just talking about. I went to the French school.
All right, cool.
That was crazy.
So how was that?
Like, it was crazy. Being immersed in like all the African culture, because I was really, by the French, it was really the African French, and not like the French. So eating all the food was great. Like becoming friends with the people. I'm still friends with the people. We were just talking about Baba. I don't know if he in here, but we were just talking about him. Like being like that's really one of the people who taught me a lot about, Nigerian culture.
Okay.
So, I'm just, it was great. It was really great being, like, immersed in the culture. Learning the languages, eating the food. Doing, like, certain, like, I don't know the word for it. I definitely forgot the word. But it was fire. And I'm still in it. Like, I told you, I'm from PG, so, like...
So being from PG has like, with the music, has that installed something in you?
Yeah, it's PG and really DC. They have like a new like sample. Everybody's sampling nowadays. I don't know if you know like KP.
Yeah, KP Skywalker. Yeah,
he's sampling a lot. Have Emotion. Like the producers. Their beat selection. KP and Have Emotion. All samples. Like most of them samples. So growing up, especially in PG, the music that surrounds you is a lot of like sample. Even back then, like when I was like in 8th grade, Young Manny, Zanman, all of them, they used a lot of samples. So that definitely like kept me in tune. For one, with what's popular, what samples or people are using like that's popular, and yeah, just the culture kept me in tune. Like I was learning more about where I'm from, stuff like that.
So, you know, being from PG as an artist, like a DMV area, so would you say that coming from the DMV area is like different than, you know, going from like, let's say Houston or Atlanta? Like, do you got a different, y'all have like, do we have a different flow? Or is it like how is it in the music scene?
Yeah, I mean, yeah, it's getting copied now. They, people be like, oh, y'all rapping off beat. But if you really listen, they're not rapping to off beat. But people steal it now all the time. I'm hearing people rap off beat all the time. Off beat, like all the time. I hear it all the time. So it is different. It's for sure different. Gunu and all them. It's for sure different. I'm glad I'm here though. I wouldn't want to be anywhere else. Like, I mean, I do. I want to leave. I'm tired of here, but I'm glad I came up from here.
From DMV.
Yeah, from PG DMV for sure. Because once you leave here, a lot of people who leave end up coming back. You know, because there's nothing like
it's a great environment.
It really is. So.
And so, did you have mentors in PG like?
Oh no.
No.
What you mean like?
Like people that like showed you a way, like nothing.
Nah.
So would you want to be that light to the community in PG or just in general now, like to someone?
I've never thought about that, but I want to see why not. For sure. Yeah.
That's dope. So with music, would you want to like, inspire a youngin, like really teach them the game, like, cause would you say you're a student of the game?
Still. Yeah.
Still. So all right, you being a visionary and a student of the game, have you wanted to explore that route of mentorship or just education, and just like help another person out other than yourself,
Yeah, it's people out here because I know what it's like when you really first starting up. I know what it's like to be lost, like and to especially not to be confident because it took me a while to find my sound. You actually like a large part of getting to know the game is patience. So teaching somebody patience, I really wouldn't mind being a mentor for somebody because people don't understand how important it is to have somebody guide you. Even me now, I have no manager, so I'm really trying to like have somebody help guide me throughout this whole process. Besides myself. Yeah.
That's deep. So, with the education route, like I know that's not really like notified in the the music community, but like it's different though, cause like you'll be going through your own your own path. So that's cool. That's cool. And the audience, like how do you connect? How are you trying to connect through your music, to the audience as well? Like with your beats. Like what are you trying to put out? Like what are you trying to say? Like with these beats, like what is Mood trying to put forth as this is your platform, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So what are you trying to put out?
I guess there's a lot of love. I don't know. That's a really good. I don't know. That's
you're bringing this out, man.
Yeah, you was talking about a lot of love. I'll be trying to a sense of warmth, especially my beats. Everybody tells me. A lot of people told me, especially when I dropped my EP, they were like, I felt very comforted, or like this is something. People were like, this is something I can study to. You can't listen to nothing rowdy to study to, unless you're like on a different level, but. There's a lot of love and warmth, and especially like relatability, especially with I was talking about emotions. People who relate to my beats, especially like the rappers that I send them to, the artists that I send them to. Since they relate to the beats, they can speak their piece on what I'm giving them. You know what I'm saying? So, or they can say something completely different. But a lot of the times when I send them to people, they're able to speak their piece because they relate to what I'm putting out, So, with that, are you trying to build something, or is this, like, just for general use? Like, are you trying to really build something here with, like, the people that you collaborate with? Like, you bring in on, you said, is PK? Rowan, yeah, PK.
PK Rowan. So, are you trying to, like, bring what he has and bring what you have and come together as, one?
Like a group?
not even as a group, but like put something like positive, like you're putting something, you know, but it's both. It's like a combination, you know what I'm saying? Like you got one power and you have two, like another power, and you're putting forth, you know, both. You know, you're both putting forth effort into creating one unique. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I love doing that. You said generally?
Doesn't matter, you know how you interpret it.
Yeah, I love doing that. It's very important to me, especially with people who struggle, like trying to figure out how they want to come off to people. I feel like a key part of it is don't think too hard, and don't think every project that you're gonna make is gonna be huge. Or like I really think a lot of what I do is like the next step. Like, oh, this is the next step into a big project. You know what I'm saying? A big project I'm gonna make, or this is the next step to like this is gonna be my most popular song. I don't go into everything like that. A lot of it is just fun. Don't think too hard, you know. So I love collaborating, especially with artists, to make one sound. You know, something's probably coming out soon with like. Especially with the, I'm not going to.
All right.
Something's definitely coming out soon.
So, are you trying to really like? Are you getting any financial gains out of this? Like, do you want any financial gains? Do you want like, you know, to earn profit? You know, with the music business. So
they coming out. It's coming in slowly.
Slowly.
But it's coming in. I'm not really here for that.
For sure.
And I feel like you can hear that in my music.
For sure.
I'm not here like you can tell when somebody's only in it for the money. It sounds like everything else most of the time, but it's coming in. That's because this is really what I want to do. I have to be patient with it, with financial gains. So yeah, but it's coming in.
So you're not in this for the money. You're just here for the passion and the drive.
That's really in me. It's in me.
But
So.
Would you want financial gain? You know.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah. For sure, yeah.
And so, how would like a way of, you know, how would you get that? Like, how would you like go about that? You know, getting that financial gain. Like, you know, would it like through sponsorships through like Spotify or like SoundCloud? Do you like earn revenue off of these platforms or? You
can. Okay. It's harder when you sample. It's a little bit harder, but yeah, Spotify, Apple Music, streaming services. They don't pay too well. But
really?
Yeah.
Talk about. So, do you know any information about that? Like, what that's about?
I don't know too much. I have a friend, David. His brother is this artist named Manny Wells, who
I feel like I heard that name.
Yeah, he's from the DMV area.
Okay.
He's like an Afro beats guy. He's really talented. Can really really sing. He just stopped streaming. He stopped his stuff from streaming. And he has his stuff on another platform that he makes. I don't know if he makes more money off of that, but he stopped streaming to make a point like I don't earn enough for what I do. So now, yeah, he brought it to the light because I didn't know too much about that, but now I know they actually don't pay like Spotify and them. They really don't pay that well. So in order to make more money, you kind of gotta do your own. Yeah, unless you're like really like a Jay-Z type.
All right, cool. So, you know, with the financial gain, like, and all that, so do you feel like there's a value, would you say there's a money value to your own music? Like, would you say that people can put, like, just money value in a sense, like, all right, your beats only cost $5, you know what I'm saying?
Oh, nah.
Like, so.
Nah.
Or,
nah.
like, does it feel like, you know, as musicians, do you feel a sense of, like, injustice? Like, in the word of, like, you know, like, putting a label.
Like, you feel like, you're asking if we feel injustice because we don't get paid enough?
Sure.
Okay. I mean, I wouldn't say we don't get paid enough. Producers. But sometimes you don't get credit. And if you don't get credit, you don't get paid. A lot of the injustice, I feel like, comes from the people that you're working with. Because they won't give you any props or credit or nothing. They'll just they'll just be like, they'll just drop the song and you check the information and there's nothing there. I've seen that happen so many times. I feel like that's where a lot of the injustice can come from.
Mm-hmm.
But overall, depending, like, your money coming in from Spotify and all of that, it depends on how, like, you know, your status.
All right, and also, so, like, you know, making the music and, like, getting credit, like, so, you know, do you give credit, do you have to give credits, you know, to the artist that you get the beats from, or?
Like, if you're an artist?
Or a beat maker, like yourself. Like, do you have to give credit?
Samples?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah? Okay.
I mean, depending. If it gets up there, and if the person sees it, like, oh, this is my beat. Like, say I sample like Marvin Gaye.
Okay.
If Marvin Gaye's like team finds out, oh, this person sampled Marvin Gaye and they didn't ask for permission,
you're done for.
Then you take it down, you get sued, all that. It depends on how strict they are about it, but
so
it's a scary game. Scary game.
So would you say you have to like know like kind of like the legal side, like, you know,
yeah,
a little bit of the, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
So yeah.
And so, you know, have you done your research on, like, you know, like the beats you go into, you know, the legal like side of that, like, all right, I know I can't do this, but I'm gonna do this, or like how, you know, how does that work?
Okay, it's a few things you could do. I think it's called Creative Commons.
Creative Commons.
I think that's what it's called. I just learned about it like 2 days ago. And you give the person their props, so they get the money that you make from the song. That's one way you can go about it. Or what most people do is they deep dive into like you really scroll on YouTube. This is part of the creative process. I've done it a million times. You scroll on YouTube trying to find a sample or like this is a song that you could sample that has like no views, like 2-3 views, and then if you can't, you gotta chop that. But it's a lot of times where I chop it, I don't like it, so I have to find another song on YouTube. So I have to scroll for another 2-3 hours trying to find a song, chop that, you know, make sure the song got like less than 10K views. And then I'll chop that. And most of the times if you put that out, nobody cares. Like they're either not gonna see it or they're just not gonna care.
So when you're sampling, can you make your own beats then? Like, can you personally, like, I know you have the skill to make your own beats, like, you know, and then put it onto a track or a EP or a single on your Spotify or SoundCloud. Can you, so like, can you could do that, right? Like, in the beat making world, you can make your own beat, like, make your own.
Yeah, like from scratch? Yeah, people do that all the time. Like, say you in NFL, you can just, they have, like, presets for you, like, drums. So you can take, like, the snare, the kick, you know, hi-hats, cymbals, all that. You could just start, you know, like these for example, these are cues.
Hey, show them.
I don't think they can see.
No, put your show the screen, flip it. Like, talk about, you know, a little bit of your knowledge on, you know. Hey, she was telling me about this. I didn't even know what this was. Yo, this is so, you know.
Right. So these are the cues. I'm not gonna tell. I don't know. I don't want to mess anything up. But like, say. They have them. I think they have them on that too, like those little pads.
Okay.
But say like I don't know, you're in an FL studio, and you're trying to make a drum loop. So say it's like kick, snare, hi-hat.
Put it a little bit over so they could, you know, see like
kick, snare, hi-hat. So you just mess around with it until you find a loop that you like some drums that you like.
That's
but
dope.
This is different. Like this is a DJ. This is a turntable.
Turntable.
A controller.
So what's the difference between a turntable and a...
Like a Kai? That's what I have.
A Kai.
A Kai. That's like specifically for producing. This is for DJing.
So what's the difference? So like, but you said it's... So that's the difference. So it's a... So the one is specializes. So would you use... So which one would you prefer?
But I don't know if that's gonna fall. When I was broke, I would use the cue pads on the Newmark. I have a Newmark, yeah. I would use the cue pads. So, but you only get 4 of them. So, like, say you chop it up specifically to the parts you want. If you want another part, you have to either have to delete a cue pad or you just gotta let it go, suck it up, because you only have so much to work with. But when I was broke, when I was making look, I was using this to make my beats. You know, you can speed it up and all of that. You know, mess with the pitch.
Mm-hmm.
You know, turn up the low end, high end, all of that. So, but I used to only use 4 cue pads, and the Akai come with 8. So.
So you leveled up.
I did. The Akai come with 8. So it can come with more too. And you have like a keyboard at the end. So it's like it comes with more than 8 basically, because you can also use the keyboard to act as like cue pad. So I started off with this, and dope. It's smaller than this. It's like this. It's like half. It's like this big. Yeah.
Hey man, look, you gotta start from somewhere though. Like you start from, and you know, invest, and then you know, keep going. So, and then you know, for the audience, like, do you have any inspiration for them? Like, what would you tell them? Like, if they wanted to get into beat making or music producing, like, what would your first thing be? Like, what would the first thing?
Right, just be consistent. Consistency really is key. That's so cliche, but it's really so true. Anything you do, like anything you do, if it's in the arts, anything, consistency will get you there. Okay. It will really get you there. You have to put the work in. Like, it's so cliche, but it's only cliche because it's true. If you don't put the work in, you're gonna be behind. You know, everybody moves at their own pace, especially with arts. But if you don't put the work in, when you start to put the work in, you gotta put a little bit more work in because you didn't put the work in before. You know what I'm saying?
And so, all right, with your consistency, like, so would you say that you're like breaking down sounds and then like night before or like days before you put it, like how's that work? Like, are you like, when you're being consistent yourself as a a beat maker, producer, like what are you doing?
I make sure I make time for it every day, just like the gym.
Okay.
Actually, so I could tie that in as well. But every day I'll sit down, and if it's not chopping up a beat, I'm DJing. And DJing, you hear certain stuff. I might hear something while I'm DJing, record it on my phone, and come back to it a few hours later. Okay. You know, so yeah. I'm always, I make time for it every day. Every day. The time management. That's the biggest part. Time management, you gotta be consistent. You gotta be consistent. You really have to. You have to.
And is there anybody that you want to really pay, your gratitude and your mindfulness to?
Oh, my father. He's a big part of what I do. He keeps me on my toes with it. Especially when I was dropping my EP, because he would be like, oh, where's the new song? Oh, wait, let me hear something new. And if I didn't have it, that means I gotta work on it, So, but he always keeps me on my toes, and specifically, he got